On September 17th, 2016, SAP Ariba turns 20 years old. It's hard to believe that it's been 20 years since the company was founded. In some ways, it's flown by. In other ways, it's taken quite a journey. Let's have a little look back at the innovation that's taken place over the last 20 years. One thing for sure, cell phones didn't used to look like this at all.
The Nokia 7110 has a huge display, large fonts and predictive text input to make writing much faster.
The computers that we use every day weren't nice and light and thin like this either.
I am the Commodore Amiga 500. I am the ultimate home computer, so easy to use, with powers and abilities far beyond anything you may have ever experienced before.
The song of the year wasn't by Drake
I know when that hotline bling
or by Justin Bieber.
What do you mean?
I believe the top song in 1996 was the Macarena. Also, a lot of us look different when we were in our 20s. Here's what I looked like back in my 20s. I think this picture was during a spring break, if memory serves me right. Here's a look at some of the other people from Ariba in their 20s.
Once I was 20 years old, my story got told. I was writing about everything I saw before me. Once I was 20 years old.
The Chicago Bulls were also on their second three-peat as NBA champions in 1996. And of course, this year in 2016, the Cleveland Cavaliers are the NBA champion. Now, if you asked me 20 years ago if I would be sitting here holding an NBA championship trophy, I would have told you you're crazy. But a lot of things can happen in 20 years. There's been a lot of innovation also at Ariba over the last 20 years. Let's have a little rewind as to what that looked like. I remember when I flew out to Sunnyvale for the very first time and took my picture so I could get my badge. And here's a picture of what that badge looks like today, as well as my SAP Ariba badge. Thankfully, not a whole lot of difference, I think. But Ariba has innovated quite a bit over the last 20 years. We invented spend management. We invented project team-based sourcing. We invented the Ariba network. We made the transition from CD on-premise. Back then it was to SaaS because the term cloud, frankly, didn't even exist back then. But we made that transition. And now today we've innovated into the payment space, and we also provide marketplaces to help sellers sell more effectively. That's quite a lot of innovation over the last 20 years. One thing for sure, the next 20 years is probably going to have a lot more innovation than the last 20 years at SAP Ariba. We're obviously focused on tripling the size of the company by 2020. You're going to see consumer trends continue to influence what we do in B2B. Things like artificial intelligence and how those bake into the Ariba network and to our applications are probably going to be a lot more prevalent. And clearly, we're not going to be able to succeed without extensive partnerships with consumer companies as well as other business companies. One thing for sure, though, the next 20 years is going to be as exciting as the last 20 years. So happy birthday, everybody. Thank you for being a part of SAP Ariba's success over the last 20 years. Everybody has left their fingerprints on this company in one way or another. And all of us have contributed to the enormous innovation over the last 20 years and to the great success. And I hope, like me, all of you are looking forward to the next 20 years at SAP Ariba.